Published, 1940 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 14th of July 2018. Updated, 1940 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 14th of July 2018. A country changed, declared a headline in one Moscow paper in the past few days. Russia has discovered this past month what a permissive society looks like: impromptu street parties, cheerful police officers, and public gatherings that don't need to be approved a month in advance. The chanting of Ros-si-ya, synonymous with aggressive Russian nationalism when the Crimea was being annexed, has become the joyous soundtrack of fans with a smile on their face, and now the letdown, said the paper, ready for life to resume as it was before. But genie is out of the bottle. The World Cup turned out to be what one commentator here calls a festival of freedom. As The Economist observed last week, Vladimir Putin's fortress mentality is less sustainable now. Fans and tourists take pictures at the Red Square in Moscow on the eve of the World Cup final. 18 matches, 19,744 overall miles, 9 overall cities visited: Ekaterinburg, Kaliningrad, Kazan x4, Moscow x6, Nizhny, Rostov, St. Petersburg x5, Samara x2, Volgograd x2. Little did the women of pre-revolutionary Russia imagine that Kokoshniki, the headdress worn to signal they were married, would become a cult World Cup hit. With FIFA's grip over merchandise as tight as ever, thousands of fans have bought Kokoshniki instead. One seller in Moscow reported having to turn away customers. "Even the men are wearing them," he said. "If there's a regret, it's not taking more trains." The St. Petersburg to Moscow service was so comfortable that the 8-hour round trip in a day, on Monday, was no hardship. There are onboard videos discouraging noisy mobile phone use, and my attempt to catch an earlier train by reserving a seat in the area for passengers with animals was politely refused. "Do you have an animal?" the woman in a uniform asked. "Then no, rules are rules in Russia." China's promotional stand at Moscow's Luzhniki Stadium, featuring Lionel Messi among a herd of porcelain cows, was redundant after the round of 16. Yet the dozens of street posters adorning sites the length and breadth of Russia include one featuring tearful Argentina fans. The posters went up before the tournament. Was there something the Russia authorities knew? The St. Petersburg to Moscow service was so comfortable that the long trip was no hardship. China's promotional stand featuring Lionel Messi among a herd of porcelain cows in Moscow. The dozens of street posters across Russia include one featuring tearful Argentina fans. A child sobbed as she waved goodbye to her father at Moscow Vnukovo Airport on Saturday's tournament. "Dad a little when the South Americans left. It means the everyday joys and sorrows of airport departure halls are visible again." A child, maybe 5, sobbed as she waved goodbye to her father at Moscow Vnukovo Airport on Saturday. Her brother, maybe 8, and her mother each took one of her hands as they walked away. The boy's eyes were red with tears, too. When these moments affect you, it's time to go home. Worst moment. Witnessing the American Egyptian with the Rolex and the Louis Vuitton luggage abusing the hotel receptionist at Ekaterinburg at 3 a.m. because the airport taxi hadn't arrived. He's about to study economics at Edinburgh. He knows who he is. Best moment. The look on the cab driver's face in Samara after Russia had defeated Spain and the streets exploded to the sound of car horns. He was one of many just delighted to show off their land to the outside world. "You like Russia?" asked the driver in Volgograd. "We are not the grizzly bear. Me and you, we are the same. We are just people."